Previously.
1, 2, 3.
X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show.
Impress me.
Hello and welcome to X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show where we dress to impress because you beautiful muties don't deserve any less. I am one of your hosts.
I must ask how he's exerting this much power over our perceptions of reality.
Because I'm the host in the left screen. Skell Bastion. And with me, as always, is my wonderful co-host.
Ugh, you smell like burnt hair.
Arc-Andre. He's look, I don't believe this burnt hair nonsense myself. I think you smell. You
Well,
smell
I don't actually shave my head. I just burn it off every day, so that's accurate.
Well, that you know what? It all makes sense now. You do a fine burning job there.
Yeah, it's very, very precision work. It's like
it
the old Superman comics. Whenever he has to shave and he uses a mirror and just lasers his own facial hair off.
That's pretty funny. Actually,
they used to do that all the time in old comics. You just sort of put like a mirror and just shave off his 5 o'clock shadow. Okay, Topher, I'm not sure what that means. You found the wrong podcast, buddy.
You're damn right it doesn't. Nothing dies here at X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show. But who's with us?
That's true.
It's the family Robinson, but I don't think they're Swiss. We got Jamaggot over here. Thanks for joining us.
Number one Jubilee fan. There's been no poll, but hey, I'm going to take the crown.
Hey, we're the place to take that poll. We'll throw it up later. Is Jamil the biggest Jubilee fan? If somebody wants to challenge you, maybe we'll have to throw down. And we also have Neef Crawler with us. Not always.
Oh, hello, you on the sidelines.
Oh, wait, did I forget your sound effect, Jamil? You get one too. You're not getting away.
The most boring man in the world.
Oh, no, that's definitely not.
Love it.
No, I don't subscribe to any of this. I think you smell great. I don't think you're boring, and you're not on the sidelines, Janine.
If only we can catch the person that is giving us these intros to insult us, that Davin is now defending us against. If only we can catch that strange, mysterious individual that breaks into Davin's house and gives us these insulting intros.
I don't know who he is, but he is a scoundrel. He or she. We don't know. We don't know. So, yeah. How's everybody doing? Thanks for joining us for this X-Rated X-Men 97 retrospective. And, get pumped for season 2. Because now we know sort of when it is. It's basically...
It's kind of funny hearing the original theme again, because since you guys have been deep into Evolution, I'm so used to hearing that, and then hearing the original theme again, it was like, oh, nostalgia.
Yeah, that's right. It's like the old days of X-Rated when we were still like G-rated. now we're cutting loose.
Now we're NC-17. Eventually, it's just X unrated, where just anything happens.
Eventually, they just don't bother rating us.
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I'm telling you,
kids not coming here,
showing nipples and everything.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you,
show us your nipples, Davin.
Trying to
didn't I do that like 2 weeks ago?
Probably. I can't keep track of the inappropriate behavior that happens on this show.
Oh my god.
I'm sure I'm going to show you my muscles, and you told me I had to take it all off. Sorry, Jamil. What are you saying?
That's okay. Trying to convince people to come onto the pod and explaining the show, and then immediately having to backtrack and no, it's an X-Men, podcast, right?
It's clearly in the name. X-Rated.
It's about the
X-Men animated review show.
It's funny because every time I'm texting my friends, I'm like, yo, I'm going to be on an X-Rated podcast. And they're like, a word?
Yep. Well,
it's working.
We're here to
get the people talking.
We're an X-y bunch.
Oh,
we're
nice shirt.
Bitches.
That's excellent.
What you got there? What? I missed the shirt.
Just be excellent to each other. Some build to
each other. I like that. Yeah.
Well, since we're showing,
I got this one. This is a good one.
Oh, these are nice.
Oh yeah, mine's cool. Oh right, sorry.
Where can one get that
go
shirt?
A little farther.
Gavin?
We almost had the nipple quota for the.
No, just a hairy chest and a tattoo. That's all you get.
Where can one get that shirt?
Manly tattoos. What?
No,
Where can one get that shirt?
Oh,
Davin?
This one?
Yes.
Oh well, you can get that over at our Redbubble at Redbubble. Well, you know what? I'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Okay.
Get the links.
Yeah, but you go get it if you haven't gotten it already. Like this is a hot seller. Ron Rubin's got one of these. So what did I miss? Who's taking what off? Well, just wait and see, Kevin.
Who knows? The night's young.
Evolution is another classic. We're waiting for it to get there.
I don't know, man. It's still a miss for me so far. I mean, I'm liking it okay, but it's certainly not as fun as the original.
Yeah. Well, look, the people in the comments are getting X-rated too.
We're
ready to go.
Let's cut those guys off there.
I think it might be time for a rewind.
Woo!
Let's rewind like it's apostrophe 92. Is my banner for this segment gone? There it is. Yeah, rewind like it's apostrophe 92. All right, let's do this. Let's have a little rewind, shall we? All right.
Be on guard, friends. My mutant brain senses danger. Look! A drill pouring through the floor of the lobby.
Little did they dream that the Mole Man would dare attempt such a brazen attack. Smash everything, my brainless slaves.
Professor X calling. Red alert! Red alert! Mayday! Mayday! Hurry! The professor needs us. But who dare threaten us now? Whoever it is, we have the power to handle them. An immodest remark, but veracious withal, partner.
Hurry! There he is. Blundering fools! My stun staff will drive you back.
Gene will keep him off balance telekinetically. One high-intensity power blast ought to stop his army of subterraneans. If you'll wait after class, we'll be glad to review this lesson in tactics. Now all we've got to do is find a way to cork him up. We've got him on the run. They're racing back underground. I suppose we leave that to our frigid fighting friend.
Yes, sir. One cork coming up. There. That solid mass of ice will seal the opening and push them steadily down as it melts.
He looks like the weird henchman that comes out. He's like Igor.
He wasn't even like white. Like Iceman's usually like white or like a light blue colored. He's like literally like that. He looked like Clayface from Batman.
Yeah,
that's when he was a snowball back in the 60s.
So what show was this called? This delightful show?
That was on Marvel Superheroes.
The Marvel Superheroes Hour. Like because back in like the 60s, they had like it was like Monday through Friday. They would have each episode.
The one with
like
Tony
a different
Stark. He's so cool.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Like I feel as though every single voice sounded incorrect. Like they didn't. Not a single 100%. Voice sounded like it should be any voice that anybody has in the X-Men ever.
I'm a teenager in 1965.
It's like every time I watch the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends episode where they visit the X-Men and then Juggernaut attacked and he's like Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Everyone talks like the fucking the Monster Mash song. Welcome to my demise.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
I escaped from a Victorian novel to come.
Yes, it was a thing, Kevin.
It was a
wow.
thing. It was a thing before any of us were even conceived.
We rewound a little too far. Let me try that again. All right, let's see what I see.
I shall never understand you, Charles. In what way? Your life would be infinitely easier if mine were to end, yet you saved me. I do not yearn for an easy life, Magneto. Only a just one. I would take little satisfaction in your death.
That's a great line. Actually, that's a great moment.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite scenes.
It's a great line too.
Why did it cut off early? Anyway, it's supposed to go another couple seconds where the
that,
dinosaur chases them around.
I sent that clip to you, and I like trimmed it up because I just wanted to get that quote.
Oh crap!
I mean, you can find the original video and watch the full
The full thing is peak X-Men because that's a great X-Men quote. But then it has like the insane.
Is that where they're running in a circle from the Tyrannosaurus?
Yes.
Come and get us, you overgrown lizard!
It's like
super profound, followed by being chased by a dinosaur around.
Like a Laurel and Hardy
peak
routine.
X-Men. Peak X-Men.
It's like a great meditation on man's inhumanity towards man and just and all these wonderful philosophical debate, and then all of a sudden it turns like a Laurel and Hardy routine where they're just running from a dinosaur to circle for like 20 minutes. What they need to do is play yakety sax while they're doing it.
Try to through one door.
Running in between hotel rooms.
Yeah.
So it's been a year. It's been a year since X-Men 97. How's it settling? How's it settling with y'all? Pretty good.
Still fire. Still amazing.
Oh, it didn't diminish at all. No, it's just, I just wish we got it faster instead of like 2 years from now.
Seems to be an animation thing because they're certainly getting the dialogue recorded pretty fast. They're like 3 seasons into that already.
Yeah, they just didn't Lenora Zan say she was going to the studio for season 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I'm sure with all the controversy with Bo DeMaio and shaking things up with the writing team, that's gonna push things back.
Well, I don't want to belabor the Bo DeMaio thing, but there was one hilarious thing I noticed. I rewatched this show this week. So in the second last episode, I think it's the second last, or maybe it's Tolerance's Extinction Part 1, but one of those two. Anyway, there's a restaurant and it's called DeMaio's. And as soon as you see that, like something like Sinister or Bastion shoots or whatever comes down and immediately destroys the DeMaio part of the sign.
Oh, that was that was when Morph turned into the Hulk and he smashed his head and the head went flying into the restaurant.
It's like DeMaio's, not anymore. It's like, oh wow, it's like they knew. It's like so
whole new world, baby.
Yeah,
that could have been earlier on then. That the impact of the exit was enough time that they could animate it.
Well, you think they put that in on purpose? That'd be something.
Why wouldn't they?
Listen, I don't put anything past me. Disney and Marvel have been known to be petty at times, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a last minute edit.
Hey, now let's not insult our corporate overlords.
They don't pay my checks.
So yet.
They never will with that attitude.
hey, we're fully open to that Disney money.
Hey, listen, I live in Florida, so I have every right to talk about Disney.
Don't you work for Disney?
No, absolutely not.
It's not
indirectly. I think you might.
Disney owns everything. Ron DeSantis.
Actually, Ron DeSantis was trying to get them shut down.
I know. Yeah, he was very against.
They were like,
that's all part of Disney's scheme. You see, Ron's in on it.
They're playing both sides.
The only one who knows the truth is Trump. Meatball Ron, as he called him. Of all Trump's stupid nicknames he gives people, Meatball Ron. My favorites were Meatball Ron, Low Energy Jeb, and Sleepy Eyes. I like Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd, the guy on CNN, Chuck Todd. At one point, he's talking about a rally, and he goes, Chuck Todd. He goes, Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd. That sleepy son of a bitch.
He's way more creative than Polyev up here, at least. Polyev gives everyone the same nickname. Everyone's Carbon Tax. It's Carbon Tax Carney or Carbon Tax Clark or Carbon Tax Mayette.
Yeah, well, Polyev needs to get his security clearance. Otherwise, I'm going to start.
I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get mine before him.
I think we all could.
For funsies.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Only he would have known about the Indian community that was rigging the election to get him at the head of the.
Well, it turns out we know why he doesn't want that security.
Yeah, I think we do. Anyway, I'm sure Anif is really enjoying this deep dive into Canadian politics. I'm sure he's very familiar with our political.
I mean, listen, anything that's a breakaway from the circus that is America, I'll take it.
That's a very
Can I give you guys one advice? We're about to have an election. It's about to last 36 days. You guys should try a 36-day
I'm
election.
pretty sure there's a lot of Americans who agree.
2-year one.
Is the person you need to try to proselytize to.
I know. But 36 days, perfect.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be any longer. So let's get into the X-Men. So I got some questions for you guys.
All right.
Been a
Is
year.
this like questions for us or like
About the
trivia
show.
questions?
No, not trivia questions. Just more like your thoughts, your feelings. You know,
All right.
those types of things. Your deeper, innermost angst.
All right, let's do this.
Not you, Andre. We don't have all night.
But I pain so.
But my
Devin.
angst.
But my angst. How will they know of my angst if I don't tell everyone?
What was it? I don't even know who said it. It was a quote that I heard the other day, but my God, it's fantastic. It was anyone who has existential dread doesn't have kids. Like,
Yeah, that's true. I don't have kids, and I have lots of existential dread.
yeah, exactly. And I don't have time for that shit, so I do have kids. So
Yeah,
there you go.
well, someday those kids will leave, and then you'll have even more because you didn't have all these decades to think about it. And prepare yourself.
Don't.
And you'll come crying to old Andre. Will be sitting on top.
Crying, Andre, you were right.
I'll be
The
sitting on
dread.
top of a mountain with a big long beard, like even like a beard to my feet, wearing a robe, and they'll be like the guy at the top of the mountain. They answer all the questions. What's the point of it? What's the point of it all, Andre? There isn't one.
There never was.
But what's it all for? Nobody knows, and you never will.
What do we do the show for? Nothing.
Oh, well, nostalgia. That one's easy.
All right. Here's the one I'm gonna fire at you guys. What was your guys' favorite cameo of the first season of X-Men '97?
Are you like non-X-Men cameo or
Anything you want?
I mean, there are some that are just like you barely see them, like Peter Parker, or some
One
where
of
they
mine
actually have
is
like a
that.
minute where they actually talk, like Captain America.
Mine's what you said, but it gives potential. But go ahead.
I did enjoy seeing the random Cloak and Dagger and Daredevil cameo in episode 10.
Daredevil was really cool, yeah. Daredevil.
I mean,
Cameo
obviously, Daredevil is back on its peak currently with the streaming with the show, but we don't hear too much about Cloak and Dagger.
Awesome, by the way. The show is fantastic.
Fire. By the way, this is
didn't
how
watch
much I love
today's
you guys. I'm currently missing the 2 episodes tonight.
Oh, well, I'm a bit behind. I'm a bit behind. I've only watched first 2, but
Close your socials right after you leave. Close your socials.
As soon as I get off of this, I'm running straight to my Disney Plus because I gotta get because it's 2 episodes tonight.
As a guy who's like a big cosmic Marvel fan and want to see more of that stuff, I thought Ronan the Accuser was really cool to see. I thought that was really neat, especially like the classic green, the big hammer Ronan the Accuser. I thought that was really neat.
Gets his ass handed to him pretty good.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be. You know, I would love to see Jack of Hearts. Let's bring him in. I want him
in something like he should have been in What If.
He should have been in one of the Guardians movies. That would have been awesome. I guess there's still time for the show
for that too. Yeah,
but
actually, I kind of enjoyed Deathbird's appearance when she actually had more of a role.
That's not a cameo so much. She had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, but like I mean, compared to her like her 2-minute like scene in TAS, this was actually having her there and like and she delivers a awesome line calling us the Milky Way ghetto.
Yeah, I like that. That was pretty good.
Gavin, why isn't that a shirt?
Save her for. Well, it's about to be.
Okay, come on. I want a Milky Way ghetto shirt.
I want the Milky Way ghetto shirt too. Andre, get on that, would you?
They actually got those. They got a couple of those on sale or somewhere.
I have so little time to do anything right now.
Like going off of what I put for Peter Parker, the idea that I could possibly get a Spider-Man 94 or 97,
98 actually,
98. Sorry, 98, with the idea of like with the same kind of sentimentality and progressiveness of like X-Men 97 is exciting to me.
No, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, and the fact that he actually found Mary Jane.
Yeah.
I would like to see how that happened. But
I mean,
they have to
because on the final episode, Madam Web was actually taking him through.
But I think it'd be a little easier than just going, there she is. We got her. Let's head back.
So the cameo that got me the most excited actually was Vulcan, and the only reason why is because now, like, you can't just show Vulcan and then not try to connect it to Cyclops and like Havoc and kind of make the whole brother thing, and then give us the whole rise and fall of the Shi'ar Empire storyline. And it's just showing Vulcan for even the little bit they show him opens up.
That's great, but they haven't even connected Scott
Havoc
and Alex yet.
But now they have to, because they've shown Vulcan. Like, you have to now.
Yeah. And now Forge is I guess getting the new X-Men together, and we saw Alex's face on the
Factor
on the board or whatever.
Yeah, we saw them like all as a team on his wall, like in one of the episodes too.
Yeah, get X Factor. We got Guido. We got
still never explained
Alex.
why he had a photo on that wall of him and Bastion hanging out together before. You think that would have came up once when they're all going into battle against him? You think he would have been like, "Oh yeah, hey, I met this guy before and took a picture. It's on the wall of my house." Like, you just never thought to bring it up. That's the one thing in this whole show that bothered me the most. They never explained that. Maybe they will.
Favorite shade. I mean, cameo. Emma in diamond form telling it how it is. Daniel says, "Well, favorite shade actually was going to be one of my questions. So let's move on to that one next. What was the sickest burn of '97?" Daniel just told us it's Emma being like, well, what Emma says. She says what it is a few times.
She said, "What she say? Like, what she say to Moira? She was like, whose genius idea was it to let a human on the council?" She was just being shady that whole, and then she told Val Cooper, "Oh, what's wrong? Is it your dress?"
Oh, it was the dress.
Basically calling her a basic bitch.
That was the best one. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, my favorite, my sickest burn actually brings up Deathbird again, because it's when she walks in and she's just going on about some shit, and Xavier just looks at her and he's just like, "My God, you're dramatic." Like, he said,
what did she was going in. She was like on some straight, like,
she's like, "You have to erase your memory of your planet and everything." It's like
mixing their freak fluids.
Yeah.
I think my favorite burn was when Val Cooper was like, what did she say? Like, most nations don't elect a terrorist to be their leader, and then Magneto was like, well, most countries let their leaders become terrorists.
Why do so many let their
Yeah, there's a lot of really good. Magneto has a lot of really good ones in this one.
Yeah,
even just
make him
don't
sassy.
Make me let you down.
That wasn't a burn. That was just.
I even get a chuckle when he's talking to Xavier, and he was like, "I walked your path. Are you ready to walk mine?" And I was like, I don't think he's walking anywhere.
Oh,
I get the what he's trying to get, but it was just bad wording.
Someone should have called him out on that.
Yeah, I can't walk, you asshole.
All right, well,
look. Okay, Milky Way Ghetto is amazing, but at the same time, it's not from X-Men '97, but it's inspired by X-Men '97, and the amount of like Black Twitter X-Men like memes that were made off of this show. Especially with Magneto's talking to the team, and then he's like, quiet, a 10 is speaking. Right?
That's my favorite.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
And Storm was like, "I'm an 11, but go ahead."
Yes,
exactly.
Ahead,
yeah. That's the one thing I also about '97 that I loved is social media. As much as like I hate it and love it, it gave us some of the like top tier content, memes, GIFs, like even some of like the reaction videos I was watching, just on point,
including our own. But no. That means is like, listen up, fives. And 10 is talking.
Listen up, fives. 10 is
like,
speaking.
Storm, can I speak with you privately? She's like, well, I'm an 11, but go ahead. Yeah.
And then the whole Miss Marvel joining the X-Men. Yeah.
I just love how none of them argue with him. They're just like, yeah, we're fives.
Yeah.
That's fine.
This is fine.
You can't fight it. When Storm, oh man, Storm gives so many like I'm in 11 lines in this series too, though. Like the one where she just walks into the room and she's just like,
impress me.
Yeah.
We got a question in the chat.
There's a great old horror movie called Night of the Creeps, and this cop played by oh God, what's his name? Tom. He's in like Halloween 3. He's like the main guy in that one. He's like Tom Atkinson, I think his name is. Yeah, he always walks to Tom Atkins. He always walks to the room and he goes, "Throw me." He always says, like, there's like a crime scene. He's like a cop and he walks in and he just goes, "Throw me." He's like chewing gum or something. He's always it reminded me of that.
That's funny. So, all right, here's my next question for you guys. That is, what's the line from this series that sticks with you the most? Because there's a lot. There's a lot of them. We've already been talking about some of them. Like there's "Don't Make Me Let You Down." That one I think about a lot. And like another good Magneto one, he's just like, when you play by the rules and still they come for you. Like that's a really good one. And also another good Magneto one where he's like him and Xavier, I don't know if it's in his head in the past or if it's when they're I think it's when they're actually in the past and they're telling each other about their powers, and he's just like, but I find minds are far harder to bend than metal.
There's a lot of really good ones. I like the Beast when he said perhaps the Professor's vision for the future is too nearsighted and begging for your tolerance was their first mistake.
Oh, that could also be one of the burns.
Yeah.
He burned the shit out of Tilby.
He sure did. Let me not bother you for any more of your tolerance, Miss Tilby.
Burned her so bad she ran. Burned her so bad she ran and turned into a sentinel.
Yeah, it's true. And like Professor X had a good line where he said the only one. I don't remember. Professor X says like the only ones that can break our heart are those we keep in it, which I thought was a nice line too.
Yeah. Nightcrawler had a lot of great lines.
No love without sin. That one.
Yes. Go ahead, Andre.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I like that line a lot. It's a really good line.
Blood is blood. Family is a choice.
Yes.
I liked the exchange between Storm and Jean. The whole making them mind your weather and weather your mind.
The best one. Yeah, that was going to be the one.
I was going to bring that one up too.
End here. That's my favorite moment in the whole series. Like,
I'm glad they did that because they really needed to showcase the bond between Jean and Storm. Like they really are like the sisters.
They are, man. They have been for the friggin' 70s. So,
Magneto had good one too. Where you said like gods abandon those that believe in them, like mutants do not.
That was a slick one.
That's a good one too. Yeah,
that's a burn. That's a burn too.
Don't make me, and don't make me let you down. That whole speech was really great.
Yeah. Sick
of
it.
And then when Rogue was leaving with Magneto, and she was basically like reading everybody, talking about who else dies next? Jean, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Morph, he was on the team 30 seconds before we threw them to the wolves. He's like,
damn.
But it's that whole Storm thing too, not just the let them weather your mind, sister.
I hope they mind your weather. I hope they weather your mind.
It's the build up to that too, because it's like Storm had been away and she's like, I thought about you when I was away, my sister who faced her darkest moment and rose from the ashes, a phoenix, like if you will. And it's so good. I just watched it like a couple hours ago and I cried. So
Bastion had a lot of really good ones too. He had a lot of really
Bastion
good
quotes.
Yeah. When he was like, what did he say? You sound like a dinosaur fretting the asteroid, and then Val's like, I'm afraid that you're the asteroid.
Yeah, exactly.
Val Cooper too, man.
She was really good too.
Yeah, shout out to Catherine Disher, the original Jean Grey.
Who was in Toronto just recently. She was here.
They repurposed her for a pretty awesome line.
Oh, you didn't go down to that one, did you?
I did.
Oh, you did? Did you talk to Allison again?
Of course I did.
Let's see what you got. What did you get? New Jubilee signed.
Okay, so
look, Hanise got his. I
showed him mine. I showed him the Jubilee before you guys got on.
So
if we're all showing each other our Jubilee.
I love that shirt.
Put your Jubilees away, boys.
Oh man.
So I didn't show it last time when I was on. But one of the things when we interviewed Holly, I was telling her about prototypes and how I was trying to get one. And
at length, you might say. At
length. And unfortunately, I was unable to get it. But out of the 3 Jubilee Funko Pops that are made, I currently now own 2 of the prototypes. The 8-bit.
The Abscissa.
Right? And Abscissa. Abscissa, I got signed by Allison. So
it's awesome. Like I said, we go way back. Oh, that's an awesome quote on there.
So,
but do you have Trivia Andre?
Look in the background, I have Jamil actually right there. I already have mine. In superhero gear. Superhero gear.
I like Trivia Andre better.
Oh, Jamil, you should have had her sign. Does a mall baby eat like chili fries or whatever?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, typically what happens with the Jubilees is I tell them that they can put whatever they want because it's theirs technically, and it's just going to go up the wall. So whatever comes to them, they can put on their pop per se. So Allison took a picture of the Jubilee and sent it to Holly, explaining and saying, Jamil's looking for you to get this one signed. So hopefully in the near future, I get this one signed as well.
You're in with all the Jubilees now, Jamil.
I miss Danica McKellar. She was at Christmas Con in December.
She the Evolution one?
That's
was she in the movies a lot?
No, she was in a video game. I think she might have been in X-Men Legends.
Yeah, Legends 1.
Yeah.
Here's my Jubilee. Look, my Jubilee has a Shogo on her back.
Oh, yeah. Really? The HeroClix has that one?
Yeah,
that's
this
sweet.
Is an awesome Jubilee. Like if you pick on an Otherworld map, Shogo turns into a dragon.
Oh,
that's pretty great. Pretty great.
Nice.
HeroClix is great. Play some HeroClix, man. X-Men HeroClix, man.
HeroClix still going?
Yeah, man.
I stopped playing it like 10 years ago.
You need to come back.
I did.
No, man. No, I'm sick of spending $40 on a pack of 5 clicks, and none of which I needed when I opened it. Like
that seems like a cheaper deal than what I'm spending.
Yeah, fair enough. You know what you're getting when you buy it.
Fair.
But yes, that's Stormzy. And the whole I don't know, the Storms
and I don't think
with her in the cave and everything, that was amazing stuff.
I don't think on air I thanked Davin again for giving me
I think
Wolverine 52. So thank you once again.
Nah, hey Davin. Giving away
we were
stuff.
just chatting. Jimmy was just like, I need this Wolverine 52. I'm like, why would you need Wolverine 52? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And he's just like, it's the first Abscissa. I was like, oh.
He needed it.
Yep. Yeah. I need to get it graded though. I should have got it graded.
It's in pretty I've read it, so it's definitely a reader copy. But for a reader copy, I think it's in pretty good shape.
I think it's always good to have 2 copies. One that might be graded for display purposes and one to read, because at the end of the day, these books should be read. So.
It's a Mojo story, the Crunch Conundrum. Isn't it the Crunch Conundrum? Yeah.
Want me to pop it open and see?
Yeah, pop it up. Pop it. No, just it should say on the cover. Did you say Crunch Conundrum on the cover?
He knows his book so well. See, folks, it's legit. He knows what he's talking about.
He knows
it.
I'm
not a fake. I don't just wear the gear. But all right, let's talk about some more X-Men, should we? We'll talk about the season 2 here soon. All right, here's one for you guys. Well, it's kind of the same thing. I asked you what line sticks with you, but what moment sticks with you the most? Is it the death of Gambit? That whole thing was pretty intense, man.
That whole episode, that whole Genosha episode was super good.
That was
intense.
That was like Marvel's Michael Jackson death or something. Like the internet just straight stopped.
It's like, is it the best? Is that episode maybe the best thing Marvel's ever done? Maybe.
Yeah, ever done?
It's on screen, maybe. Like it, I just watched it again. It's so intense. Your heart just beats the whole time, even when you know what's gonna happen. And it's intense.
I mean, I can't think of too many other
Magneto looks at Leech, and Leech is just like, I don't want to die, and Magneto's just like, don't be afraid, and like that breaks your heart. And then Gambit, like, oh man, it's just heartbreak. Heartbreak.
It's like, who directed this episode?
Banshee.
I was like, who?
Well, again,
I was like, who directed this episode? Joss Whedon? Always killing motherfuckers.
It's like, hey, Joss, you only get one. He's just like, then they're all.
He's like, yes.
Yeah, they must kill them.
I thought you meant one location where they all die.
Yeah.
Any scene with Storm? I mean, her whole entrance on the premiere episode.
We don't listen to music. You are a fool.
Yeah. Where she turns the sand into glass.
Yeah, that was ancient awesome. Sands. Like, reclaim these relics of hatred. Like, I feel like ancient sands should be a new term where you just like say, look, it's like someone's gonna go ancient sands on your ass. Like, you know.
Just reclaim relics of hatred. Just wake up in the morning and reclaim relics of hatred.
Yeah.
I mean, the forecast.
Cyclops' opening sequence in the first episode is possibly like put a stamp on saying this isn't your old Cyclops where he just stands and goes like this. He's a legit fighter, he's a legit threat, and he's a proper leader. So they really cemented that in that episode.
You want to know what's cool about that? So I don't know if you guys play Marvel, if you guys ever played any of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, but in the third one,
I got the first
Cyclops is a DLC, and one of his moves, like his dashes, he actually does the part where he beams the ground and he just like slides on it. That's how he like
yeah.
That's how he like moves around. I was like, that's kind of like what they did in '97.
They do some video game nods. Like they also do his super big like Marvel vs. Capcom crazy beam.
Yeah, and also when Rogue was going apeshit on the tanks, when she did that little flip and then she like dived down with that sidekick, that is straight out of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice that there's like obviously a real love for a lot of not just the show, like a lot of X-Men stuff in general.
It's really totally cool. Like, and the music gets all video gamey in that big battle scene they have. It's like it's all so good. Music is so good in this series too.
Shout outs to the Newton brothers.
Yeah,
yeah. I got the vinyl and the two.
Oh, I don't have that yet.
So good.
I need to get that.
Yeah, get all up in there.
Got my record player right here.
Other room by my bed.
I got four record players now.
Another scene was Wolverine and Nightcrawler versus the Prime Sentinels. It was a combination of Nightcrawler utilizing the three swords, his teleportation, the music, very, very Mozart-y.
That was Wolverine's best scene in probably the whole season too, and like it's before that too. Like that starts as his scene where he's just like falling in the air, and he's just like slicing Sentinels apart as he's falling down, and that's like slowing his descent somewhat, slicing these. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, and that was like actually the real
6, 9.
That was actually the like one of the first times in the series where we see Nightcrawler actually get busy.
Yeah, and also get funny. Like this is the perfect. I think did I tell Aid Huff that, or did we? No, we interviewed him before this. Oh, I think I told him. I think I told him.
Yeah, because in TAS he was very like somber, very monotone, but
yeah.
In this
it
one,
was monastery.
He was a Kurt that I loved and appreciated. Like he'll give you a sermon, but he'll also give you a stand-up comedian routine,
or cut you.
No, he'll cut you.
Might just cut you.
He just cuts you like a box on the flaps.
He might.
What's the saying? Pray for me, don't play with me.
Oh, I like that.
I like that too.
Try Jesus, not me, because I throw hands.
Or I throw tail, throw swords, everything. All right, here's one for you guys. So Gambit died. Well, no, I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that.
All right.
So maybe we might be moving on to season 2 here in a second, fellas.
Okay.
Okay, here's one for you guys. What character do you think was most elevated by this season? Now, either elevated from how they were portrayed in the original series, or maybe even from comic books. I feel like it's a less.
I'd say you should stick to the original series because, like, there were certain because you could do so much from the comics. But I would say like if you just say how much someone went up from the original series.
I think everybody got a massive upgrade.
I think Morph got one of the best ones for sure.
Yeah,
he was a way more interesting character
as well.
Beast was a lot more combative. Like even in that first fight scene with the Sentinels, when he's throwing Sentinels on the ground, jumping in them, operating them from the middle. Even
so great in the original series too.
I'd say Magneto and Morph got the biggest ones. Like
Jamil's favorite character, Jubilee, she had a huge upgrade. Like I mean, even
power upgrade.
When she was fighting Bastion in that final scene, and she literally threw this man into a Sentinel and cut his wings off.
I just watched that and I was blown away because like Cyclops and Bastion just had this big showdown where Cyclops went off on him, crazy beam and blows him against the wall and everything. Like that should have like completely messed him up, but it didn't. He stands up and he's unscathed. He doesn't look different at all. And then Jubilee attacks him, and when he gets up from that, he's all messed up. He's like leaking from his face, his jaw's missing. It's just like Jubilee messed him up more than Cyclops did.
Yeah,
actually, you know who also got a huge upgrade in this show? Cable. He was barely anything in the old show. You didn't know what
he was the wild man of Borneo. Friend of the show, Lawrence.
He was
basically a cameo with background music. That was basically Cable in the original series.
I'm the wild man of Borneo.
Forge also got way more of an upgrade too. It's a lot of those smaller characters.
He got an upgrade. He got himself a goddess.
That's true. Still didn't tell anyone he knew Bastion. No, they very purposely did not put Wolverine front and center in any episode.
Fine with that.
Thank God, because honestly, Wolverine.
Yeah, Daniel agrees.
Let's cut the bullshit. Wolverine is a glorified. As far as the X-Men is concerned,
he's about to speak some sacrilege here.
He is a glorified side character in the X-Men.
Go ahead.
In the X-Men. On his own solo turf, yes, he's the man. But when he's in the X-Men, he should be literally just there. He shouldn't be taking over the reins. Like that's Cyclops' job, that's Storm's job.
100% agree. All right, I'm putting it away.
There you go.
There's way more important X-Men on the team than Wolverine. I'm just saying. I'm saying that, and I'll stand by that. If your friends want to argue with me, argue with your mom.
You are 100% right. Christ. The most important X-Men are like Cyclops, Storm, Kitty Pryde. Like
that's one of the things that turned me off.
One of those isn't even in the show.
That's one of the things that turned me off to the movies. And I love Hugh Jackman. I love his portrayal, but why is he the front and center? You guys shitted on Cyclops. You guys shitted on Storm. Jean Grey barely got anything. Like it's whack.
Yeah.
Yep. This is what Kevin and Riley lives with.
This your roommate or something?
Daniel says also in agreement with you, Neepcrawler, but just saying if they did, they didn't give
They didn't give Wolverine an upgrade.
They gave him an upgrade in the entire TAS. He got 5 seasons.
Yeah, I was going to say he got a lot of episodes focused on his past.
I will say he did get an upgrade. He got an upgrade in terms of him working with other people. Wolverine and Nightcrawler alone, right?
Yeah.
Actually fighting with other people.
That was
Beast.
Enough right there. That was enough.
That's the most evolved. That's the most evolved version of him, where he actually chooses makes the right choices when it comes to.
And like Jean kisses him, and he just immediately he's just like, "Well, that was."
I think that's evolved right there. He wasn't jumping on Jean.
No.
And I think this version of Wolverine is a little more laid back. He actually understands his role in the team. That's why he was upset that Jean was leaving the team. I don't not necessarily because he loved her, but I think he was more focused about the team's dynamic.
Like those are like the core X-Men leaving. He's just like, who's left? It's like he's like, it's not me, it's not you, Morph. Sorry.
Yeah, and as much as he can't stand Cyclops, he understands his importance.
Yeah, like he's like basically the X-Men is Storm now. He's like, and like she just lost her powers, so we're screwed. Like,
y'all want to leave us with just them?
Powerless Storm will still throw hands.
Yes.
Yeah. But oh yeah, Daniel says he stands corrected. We'll be with the others upgraded. Because yeah, in the TAS he was always just like, I'm out of here, Summers.
Yeah.
I'm had enough of your shit. Like,
Yeah,
that was
that's
most
another,
of the time.
that's an upgrade right there. Wolverine didn't like bail.
He does do that,
Yeah.
like in like the second episode though, where he's
like,
I'm
I
just gonna
go
play
where I
basketball.
wanna
And Cyclops
go.
is just like, no, go do X-Men stuff. He's just like, no, I don't
I
want
go
to do
where I
X-Men
want to
stuff.
go.
Yeah. Oh, he should have used that line there. That would have been perfect.
Oh yeah, he's like Gene may dig the Boy Scout routine, but I don't much go around for being bossed around.
Yeah, really though. All right, so here's some so where I mentioned the comics there, Andre, as far as elevation goes, where I'm like I feel like Bastion got this huge elevation. He wasn't in the original series, but even from the comics, he had that zero tolerance storyline in the comics, and he was around in the 90s a lot. But I don't know if it's just like
I feel like I saw him a lot in the 90s.
He was around a ton in the 90s, but like I don't know. I feel like he just came off kind of corny to me in the 90s comics. Whereas like the Theo James acting kind of just gave him this gravitas, man.
I'm telling you, man, go watch The Monkey, the Stephen King movie. He's so good in that.
He's really good in The Gentleman too. Theo James is pretty great.
Not to mention the Divergent film series. I've never seen any of those. I have no idea. So I'm going to stop myself before I get into a hole I can't dig my way
Before
out.
you incriminate yourself.
I've never seen one in my life. They do not look like the kind of movie that I would enjoy.
All right, let's move on to season 2 there, fellas.
The one that hasn't happened yet?
So, yep.
Okay.
So, Gambit dies. He'll come back. It's a Horseman of Apocalypse, so don't worry about it. But if a character dies in season 2, who's it going to be and why?
Storm. I'm kidding.
I'd probably wager and say Jean. Because that would
they just did it. They can't
it's almost too easy.
No, I mean like so that they can actually bring Emma into the fold and she
kill Morph
Cyclops
again.
cried over her like resurrection too. Emma's like
kill Morph again. No, kill him in the first episode.
Why? Because it worked so good the first time.
I think they should have two teams, and that's why Emma gets brought in.
Yeah,
they had a gold and a blue team. That would be
Grant Morrison.
They should actually like officially.
No, we don't need to go there, Davin.
Yes, we do, Davin. Grant Morrison team.
I'm sorry, Jamil. I didn't mean to.
No, we don't need to. Look, she was part of the X family before Grant Morrison got involved.
Jamil, you love the New Mutants team or the Generation X movie.
I do. You're
the best quality judge. Not
I own that, sir.
I'm sorry. Thankfully, Mike Allred was there to save the X-Men so that I could jump ship from Grant Morrison's travesty that he made me suffer through.
You say Mike Allred, the X-Statics book?
Yes, that was great.
That's not the X-Men. That's like a bunch of Z-grade mutants.
It's still
They did great stuff.
X-adjacent.
Well, actually, X-Force cameos in that book, and they like
because those characters are really endured and had a long-lasting impact.
Yeah, bring back
universe.
Dupe.
Yeah, well, Dupe actually is cool.
Sticks around. Everyone loves kind of everywhere.
More like you don't see Dead Girl or Orphan or any of those guys showing
man.
up in a lot of other books. They're only in the main book, which is fine. It's
They
great,
had
but
they
no
came back.
impact on the greater universe.
Cool. Like.
Listen, the Great Lake Avengers, now the Great Lake X-Men, are much cooler characters. We need more of them.
Look,
I would love to
I feel like you're indirectly talking crap about the Great West Avengers, Great Lakes Adventures, and please.
No, I love the Great Lake Adventures.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm a Squirrel Girl guy. Don't
oh man, Dan Slott's running that is like the best. And Ryan North
Dan
too.
Slott, everything is the best.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes.
I will slap you.
He's the best Spider-Man writer of all time.
You do not talk shit about Dan Slott, beloved Dan Slott.
I'm just saying not everything. He said he was great. Not everything is gold.
Name one thing that he wrote that you didn't like.
The tail end of the Spider-Man.
No, you're insane.
Tail end.
You're insane.
Good portion of it, majority of it is great, but tail end.
No. You're insane. Even as Ren and Stimpy Powder Toast Man meets Spider-Man comic is excellent. I must say,
Dan, you like to buy some rubber nipples?
I love that comic as a kid. I didn't know it was a Dan Slott comic until much later in life, and I was super happy that it was.
Let's get some Peter David, X Factor, love in there somehow.
Oh yeah, there's lots of cool.
The psychiatrist issue is legendary, and that's
are you asking? Before we go too deep into what we wanted X-Men 2, I assume you're going to ask us questions relating to this.
I might.
Season 2, sorry. So we were asking who we think should die, or if someone died, why?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I honestly would like to see Gambit stay dead, but I think Davin's right. He's not going to.
I would too.
I think it kind of it cheapens the sacrifice if you don't, but that's comics. That's what they do.
It doesn't take away the emotion you felt.
Wait 2 seasons.
I mean, they can't kill Xavier because they just had a whole thing where they thought he was dead forever, and they turned out to be, so that wouldn't work. Beast, I guess Beast would be shocking.
Dark Beast.
No, they gotta. If anything, they gotta have his de-evolution of a character when he turns into like a genocidal maniac.
It'd be cool to see him turn into Cat Beast. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Cat Beast.
Yeah.
I think you kill Wolverine. You do the death of Wolverine.
Get X-23.
Yeah, and replace him with X-23.
No, I don't think they'll do that. They're definitely not going to do that.
No, I don't think they will. But I think that's what you do if you're going to kill. I don't think they'll kill anyone in season.
I think the X fans will revolt too much if they kill Wolverine.
I think they do need a Wolverine-centric episode in season 2. I do think.
Kevin Riley says
just
Scott.
one.
Scott.
We had a whole season with
just redeemed Scott.
Scott literally just got his redemption arc. He had his shonen moment.
Yeah.
I agree with Devin. I think no one dies because
I don't think anyone needs to die.
You need to like introduce a lot more characters, and then you can kind of clear the board in 3rd season.
No, they did kill quite a few.
They killed Dazzler, they killed Marrow, they killed Banshee, they killed Callisto,
Madeline Pryor. They killed a lot of people.
Yeah,
Leech, that weird guy with the red beard.
Leech is still alive.
Could be. I mean, Magneto was.
Yeah, Magneto.
Because if they took if Magneto got, they must have teleported him somehow.
They teleported Magneto away because Bastion has teleportation powers.
But he didn't.
Just imagine how
said
great
he saw
Leech as an
Leech's
asset.
eyes burn inside his skull. So I don't think Leech is alive. Poor Leech.
Poor Leech.
He trusted in the wrong hero. Everyone says Magneto is right all the time, but didn't work out for Leech, did it? So, all right, here's my next.
Oh, that's a kid. That's a kid having unrealistic expectations.
Let's look to one of the world's greatest terrorists to save me.
Godzilla.
If only it's like that's like being stuck in a foxhole with Osama bin Laden. Like the way he's viewed in the world, Magneto. That's like being stuck in a foxhole with Osama bin Laden and being like, "This guy will save me. This guy will save me. Thank God. Thank God he's here to look after me."
Oh my God.
He has my best interests at heart. That's for sure.
Get better heroes.
Osama will save us. I could use right now Hitler.
Oh my God.
Okay, Andre, you're taking this too far.
I'm taking it exactly the place it should go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what cameo would you like to see in season 2, fellas?
Can we actually get Psylocke doing something, for God's sake? And I'm not talking about like some stupid shit. Actually have her like be a part of a team.
She's standing there with Alpha Flight. Maybe she's a part of Alpha Flight.
Nah.
I want.
You're not going to besmirch Alpha Flight here, are you?
I am not, but I'm saying I prefer her with the X-Men.
Fair enough.
I want Captain Britain.
Elizabeth Betsy Braddock.
I want Captain Britain.
That'd be fun. That's a good.
Oh, that would be Excalibur.
Yeah,
get the Excalibur team.
Yeah,
show him and Megan.
Get her.
Give
him,
me Kitty.
Megan.
Give me some Kitty.
Yeah, we saw Kitty on the. We saw Kitty on the board, so
yeah,
I'm sure she'll be coming.
It's got to be Kitty. Strong.
I like to see like. I don't think he'd be a cameo, but I like to see like Strife. Strife would be cool.
Oh, Strife.
Kitty has to be a main character as far as cameos go. Yeah. Well, Strife would be interesting.
I think that was.
It seems as though we're gonna have. I'd like to see them go, which I think might happen, but I would really like to see the Onslaught. I would like to see the Age of Apocalypse future. I think that we might. We might get that one. So that one's really cool.
I think Onslaught's going to be like a lingering presence throughout season 2, and then he's going to be revealed in probably season 3. Because obviously, with the whole Professor X and Magneto mind shish kebab.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It might come out.
I think some of the dark shroud from Magnus is going to start affecting Xavier, and we're going to start seeing it periodically over the season. And then towards the end of season 3 is when we're probably going to get big old Onslaught.
Slow burn is the way to go.
Big old honey boy.
Yeah, I think season 2 is gonna. I think season 2 is mainly going to focus on Age of Apocalypse, and then we're going to go into the Onslaught saga for like the last season.
How much is all that baby Cable stuff playing Age of Apocalypse, the actual comic?
That's from the Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix, which is a book I've recommended on this show before. So that's the thing. You've got 3 timelines, and really none of them are Age of Apocalypse. I think that's just going to somehow come out of this. I could be wrong, because you have the future, which is the Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix. It's those 2, and they meet Mother Ascani and Nathan and everything. And
I wonder if Scott and Jean are going to get pregnant again with Rachel.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like Mother Ascani is Rachel.
Yeah, well, now that I was gonna say now that Ascani is in the picture. I mean,
now we've seen Rachel.
So because they've met
build
Cable,
this out now.
They met Cable long before they even got pregnant. So I mean, it would make sense for them to meet Mother Ascani and then
they keep meeting their kids and then becoming impregnated with them.
They just keep going through time.
So we meet Nathan.
Cyclops just keeps screwing them. Cyclops just keeps having sex with the wrong Jean Grey. Just keeps having kids. God damn it! Again.
So
it's like I just saw this woman at the supermarket who had red hair, and I swore it was you. I'm sorry. Anybody that's like, look, this was obviously Callisto in a wig. I'm sorry. That's my bad. My bad. I was drunk. I thought it was you. She was dead. Also, it's a whole other thing.
Look, Gene, I keep meeting people who look exactly like you. That's not my fault.
Stop being such a monolith.
But no, so then we have like the past. That's not Age of Apocalypse either. That's just like
I wonder who's in the big dome.
Oh yeah, because he's like this is like
because after they met in Sabanor, they went over the hill and there's like a big giant dome and Beast is like, oh dear.
Immortus?
Well, he has Celestial.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I was gonna say maybe like Kang or somebody.
It would be neat if they brought Kang back into it, just because we brought a brief nod to him in those episodes where they're on the edge of time there.
Yeah.
Where fucking Bishop just kept crashing through time.
Maybe it's like the High Evolutionary or something. That'd be cool.
We've only seen him in flashbacks. It would be cool to see him in.
But wasn't he in?
No, he wasn't in a full.
He was in the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver episode.
Right. Yeah.
He's the one who revealed to Magneto, "You are the father."
Yeah.
Yeah. And him and Apocalypse have had it out before.
It's a bunch of like mutant, like evolutionary people that are like, Evo, just chanting. It's like a Maury episode. He's like, "You are the father." Magneto's like, "Damn it!" He gets up, he's throwing shit down. He runs. No, runs all the way around. The camera follows him.
Yeah.
So good. It'd be so good if they did that.
You muted Dev.
Dev's got such fire. He's muted, or his mic stopped working. It's also a possibility.
It's like Pootie Tang. He's like,
Pootie Tang don't need no words. Pootie Tang don't need no lyrics.
So the rest of the team. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So the rest of the team is in the past there with Apocalypse. And
we accounted for most of them. We still don't know what happened to Wolverine, Storm, and Morph.
Okay. Well, maybe they're still in the present.
Well, Jubilee was still in the present because remember, Sunspot saved her.
Yeah,
I know.
And
So not
Wolverine's
all
probably
the
there
team.
too.
Not all the team.
I think Jubilee's either gonna like start up like the Generation X or maybe like.
Cool. There you go, Jamil.
Maggot,
Jubilee's definitely gonna.
He lived.
Jubilee's definitely gonna get it like gonna be more grown in season 2. I imagine.
Give her an Everett. Give her a Skin. Put Skin's name prominently.
Get him in there.
You know what I would like? You know what I'd like to see make a cameo on the show? I know this was a while ago, but Chamber. He's obviously a cool designed X-Men. That would be interesting to see. Yeah.
He should be on Jubilee's new Gen X. Yeah.
Or Husk.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Sauron this season. I like him.
Sauron. How do you stick him?
Stegron. We need Stegron as well. We need both of them.
But I don't want to cure cancer.
I want to make
great dinosaurs.
Still the best.
Juggernaut? Are we getting Juggernaut?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him come back too. We haven't seen him this season. I guess of all like the villains, that we've seen.
Yeah, we need to see Mystique and
Omega Red. Omega Red would be cool to see again too.
Yeah, Mystique.
We've seen Omega Red. He was fighting the Crimson Gun
theory.
and Darkstar.
Actually, I have a theory about that. So remember, in the final episode when Forge is listening to the radio, they mentioned something about Graydon Creed running for office.
Did they?
Last time I checked, I thought Graydon Creed was dropped off at his daddy's house.
He was.
Sure was. He should be dead
think
now.
Graydon Creed might be Mystique.
Oh, that makes sense.
He's basically
Graydon Creed should certainly be dead.
Yeah, because I don't see how Graydon Creed could escape the clutches of Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Well, he's a son. Crazy. He is a son.
Maybe took it easy on him because the son.
Maybe he beat him, but he didn't kill him.
Well, I mean, his last words were the infamous Slayer of Mutants, and he was like, "Come to Papa."
Yeah, actually,
he got a spanking he never forgot.
We haven't seen Sabretooth this season either.
We haven't seen Sabretooth. Actually, we haven't seen most of the Brotherhood except through like cameos.
Yeah, we didn't see Toad or Blob or Avalanche.
We haven't seen Destiny either. We haven't seen Destiny.
Right.
And we likely won't because the second season is going to be so plot heavy. So back to that for 1 second. So we've got like Rogue and Beast and Xavier, Magneto, and them in the past, and Nightcrawler. And we got probably Storm and Wolverine and Jubilee and Sunspot in the present because Wolverine just got the metal adamantium ripped out of him. He ain't going nowhere.
You think we're going to get noseless Wolverine with the Ninja Turtle mask?
I hope not. But what we are going to get is we're going to get Horseman of Apocalypse Wolverine, and that's how he'll get his adamantium back.
I think that's what I think that Storm, Wolverine, and Morph might join Gambit as the Horseman. It's going to be a bunch of
maybe.
Because like I said, we have no idea what happened to them. They weren't really accounted for in the last scene.
I hope it's not Storm, but you might be right.
I'm thinking of every cool '90s X-Men character I want to see come do stuff. Exodus, I want him to come back. He was cool.
But but you know who else it could be? Exodus is cool. They show him he's dancing in '97, which is weird.
But he didn't have anything to do in the previous series, right?
No.
And he's super powerful too.
He was one of the acolytes, if I remember.
Yeah. Fabian Cortez was turned into the new Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's probably. I was gonna say, I'm like, he's Apocalypse now.
Yeah, well, his body is. Remember at the end of the season, he was supposed to be like a acolyte of
the new vessel for
the new vessel. Yeah, that's what they teased at the end when he.
Oh, right, when they just Deathbird's just standing there.
Yes, that's right. I forgot Deathbird was part of that, right?
Well, she just standing there. She didn't say anything.
She's hanging out.
She's hanging out. She's been a Horseman of Apocalypse before.
Mm-hmm.
Deathbird got thrown under the bus because Apocalypse only wanted Oracle, and she was like, "You promised you'd kill Alondra," and he's like, "I lied."
He's like,
all right, well, it's taken me like 25 minutes to get this question out. So you've got
all right. So let me tell you my favorite color, guys.
You got the 3 timelines. You got your Jean and Scott. You got your Wolverine, Storm, and Jubes. You got your everybody else. Which one are you most excited to see in season 2? Which timeline?
So of the 3 we saw,
the present.
Yeah, Actually, I gotta agree with the president because I want to see who Forge is gonna bring in as far as like new replacements for the X-Men.
And that's
Well,
where
it's gonna be X
Apocalypse is
Factor. That's
gathering
what's
his
gonna be.
forces.
X Factor, X Force, whoever.
Yeah, well, where's Cable? Cable's trapped in the past, isn't he? We saw him.
I hope
No, he's
Cable's
in the present as far as we know because Forge was just working on him. So wherever
right, because
Forge
he was
is,
left
that's
back
where
on
Cable
Earth.
is.
and Bashman took his arm and slapped him with it.
It'd be pretty cool if we had like various X, like Cable goes makes the X Force, Forge goes makes X Factor. Although Forge already had X
been
Factor.
confirmed pretty much.
He's not making X Factor. He already has X Factor. He had X
Yeah.
Factor in the old series.
Yeah. Yeah, so
it's
Cable,
been
Cable
confirmed.
will
We're
make the
seeing
X Force.
Factor and X Force in season 2. That's been confirmed.
And then we get Generation X.
Jubilee
Gen
goes
X
makes
and then the
Generation
New
X.
Mutants.
Yeah, and they did say there's gonna be several X teams in season 2.
The X Tactics comes in. The Great Lake X-Men. We
Look,
just get everybody.
Yes, they said we're going to see 2 X teams, and then he went on to say one of them's going to be very forceful, and the other one is going to be a factor in the show.
Andre, you're telling me you wouldn't. Andre, you're telling me you wouldn't want to see Ecstatic.
I'm just giving you shit. I like Ecstatics. That'd be great.
And then have Apocalypse and his horsemen just run through them all.
I
just
like
a meat
Whatever,
grinder.
Dupe would fuck up those horsemen.
No, Dupe is gone. The Anarchist, Dead
No,
Girl.
we're just not doing Dupe.
It's gonna be the Invincible War all over.
Dupe had to take care of stuff.
He's filming everything.
Yes,
that's what he does.
Be a great meat grinder.
No,
Well,
I want to see them get to do something cool.
Oh,
although
you
it
don't
seems
need to
like
keep the
there
entire
are
team.
there are certain characters
you want
that feel
Fat.
90s.
You're really like, oh, I want Fat to survive.
I forgot about Fat.
I would love to see. I would love to see like the premiere season 2. It just has a whole new opening credits, like same music and stuff, but instead you get like Colossus or Iceman or Archangel or whoever the new team is, and you're like,
it'd be nice to see some Colossus. To be honest,
There's a lot of cool 90s stuff that they haven't done yet. Like I feel like they should run through a lot of that before we start incorporating the stuff from the 2000s and beyond.
Yeah.
Like, like it'd be cool to see Acts of Vengeance or any of that stuff could play into this. It'd just be neat. Like I guess Onslaught was the 2000s, but still.
No, Onslaught was
that was late 90s,
98, right?
Was it okay?
Not even.
Yeah, because
late,
because the first Marvel vs. Capcom game was actually tied into the Onslaught saga because the main boss is Onslaught.
Right. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was late 90s.
After that.
Like we haven't seen any of the Wolverine with Joe Fixit and Madripoor. That would all be fun in doing it in the show. That would be like that. That'd be neat.
Rather than make him bandana and noseless, that would be a fun way to go with it, where he just kind of becomes more street level and low key, and just goes and hangs out with Madripoor.
I still want to see like one-handed Wolverine from X-Men 29. You know what I'd like to see pop up in this if they're going to fuck with travel for a bit on the show. That'd be really cool to see. X-Men 2099. Just briefly. I'm not saying we need them to become big heroes and see a lot of them, but just seeing them would be cool.
Boy, they've never had any connection with the X-Men whatsoever.
They're mutants.
Now
they
do me off with that comic when I was a kid is that they fucking called it X-Men. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with the X-Men. Just make a new comic with dragon people and shit. Like,
I like
this. Is now the X-Men.
I feel like since they're going to be like I feel like since like Bishop and Forge are going to be time traveling to find the X-Men, we're going to get a lot of like jumping between worlds.
It'll be like that scene in Deadpool Wolverine where he's just jumping around trying to find Wolverines and he's just encountering all the different ones.
Like that was the thing I was thinking about that might happen because
I think Deadpool should be in season 2 and they should be voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
He'll probably
100%.
be on that X-Force team. Maybe. I guess we'll see.
I got Charlie Cox doing Daredevil over on the Spider-Man cartoon. I think they could probably get Ryan Reynolds, although he's probably expensive.
They don't want to pay that.
They probably had him record lines in ADR. He's already locked in. They don't have to worry about it.
That'd be cool if they did.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
These actors don't know what lines they're saying for what project, as Gwyneth Paltrow would say. She just randomly gets called over to shoot a scene, and she doesn't know what movie it was in.
She didn't even realize he was in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking about, Hanif. You mentioned that, like Forge and Bishop are going to be counteracting all this stuff. So right now we have these 3 timelines, but that Bishop and Forge is why I think where these 3 timelines might just coalesce into the Age of Apocalypse because of what Bishop and Forge are doing.
They mess up.
And don't forget Cable, because he's a time traveler.
Cable whenever he comes to.
I hope he's got a new arm.
Well, also I want to see God
Maybe
Loves
got
Man.
rid of the Bindi.
God Loves Man Kills?
Yeah, that'd be really sweet if they did that in a
God Loves Man. How do you do that though? And like,
easily, man. Think of all the heavy shit they put in the first season. There's no way
I
they
just
couldn't
like
do that.
just the way where everything's.
I mean, think about it.
It's hard to like rewind and get back
after Magneto shut down the world. I'm sure the world's gonna like be very even more against mutants. So all it takes is like some priest to put it in the front and center, right? Like
it'd be interesting if they like introduce a Reverend Stryker who just starts railing against mutants. That'd be
well. They actually did. He was on one of the TVs.
There you go. Done.
Was he?
But I would keep that for third
season.
Yeah,
it was when Jubilee and Roberto went to visit his mom, and they had a guy on there, and it said Stryker underneath, like he was on like some kind of Fox News like panel or something.
Oh yeah,
well, that's where he would be.
Yeah, you're right, Jamil. That's probably more third season, but you could like kind of have that thread going through the present timeline.
Also, another cameo I want: Nate Gray, the X-Man.
X-Man.
Yeah.
They could all their kids finagle the kid Cable they meet into X-Man if they want. They could bring him back to the present, and then he's X-Man.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's lots of cool stuff.
Yeah. And then they've got like he's so powerful. Like if you have X-Man, like he like defeats every villain instantly. So you have to write him out somehow. but yeah. Yeah, good chat there, fellas.
Woo!
Well, you know what? Let's slip into a couple of the old regular segments anyway. Why not?
But I like movies, which is fine.
Oh shit! I forgot we were doing that. I didn't think we were doing this tonight.
I know,
Okay.
I thought I'd hit you with one anyway. You always have a movie in mind.
Well, I just watched one, but I don't really think it's one that's too related to what we're doing here. So just give me half a second to look at the movies I watched recently.
Let me just look at the list I keep of the movies I've watched.
Well, I'm on Letterboxd. It's easy. That makes it easy because I can just go on there and I can bring it up and then look at all the ones that I've reviewed. And I already talked about Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Yes.
The Monkey. I already did that one too. Shit.
All right, screw this out.
No, I got it. We're gonna do The Asphalt Jungle by John Huston. It's a great black and white. It's one of the first sort of heist movies. Very noir-y, very fun. Watch that. It's a good movie. But if you watch something that's like X-Men related, watch all the weird. I'm sure they're not good, but watch all the weird Scanner sequels. They're kind of X-Men-ish, and they're very strange. So Cronenberg did Scanners 1, then they made 2 sequels, which Cronenberg had nothing to do with, Scanners 2 and Scanners 3. And then they made sidequels called Scanner Cop, about a cop with scanner powers. None of which
did you say sidequels?
Yeah, like a side sequel.
Like a side sequel?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna start.
Hello, you on the sidelines.
Yeah, I don't think I invented that, but I'll take it if I did.
You know what? Claim it.
It's
Don't
mine.
come at you.
I'm sure the word sequel is not. It's not mine. It's not.
You can say you invented appetizer as well.
I like that. I'm just out here creating portmanteaus left and right. Portmanteaus, rather. Sorry to pronounce it correctly.
All right. Well, let's do this one, and then we'll get out of here.
I was going to suggest something, and that is, if
Is
you
it a
haven't
movie?
seen it already, watch Bottoms. It is a great.
Oh, it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Great movie, right? Everyone watch Bottoms. It's great.
Is it about bell
women.
bottoms?
What?
Is it
No.
about bell bottoms?
Not that
Is
type
it
of
about
bottoms.
Bottoms.
Is it about booties and butts?
It's
No,
about
it's-
2 girls who start a fight club in their high school to get women.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What?
It's very surreal, but it's great.
Yes,
Actually,
they have to battle the evil football team.
if you're gonna watch that movie, watch Bodies, Bodies, Bodies by the woman that made Baby Girl. That was her previous movie, and it's excellent. It's about a bunch of teenagers that go away for not teenagers, I think they're like young people that go together for a weekend away, and then that slowly devolves into murder. But it's quite good. It's a very fun movie.
And they rock big time.
They do rock big time.
Yeah, that was just that's my music. That's my music, recommendation segment. I was just gonna say because it was recently my birthday, and everything on my birthday or every time on my birthday.
Why did I not know this? When was your birthday?
Dude, seriously?
I said happy birthday.
He only pretends to care, Jamil. He doesn't really.
I don't have it. When is the actual date? I had it on my phone, but I must not have had it set for the next year. When's your actual date?
I don't know. It's the first day of spring. So that's my whole point.
What's your actual birthday, David? Come on.
The first day of spring, March 20th.
Okay, sorry. I missed it.
Well, sadly, I thankfully Facebook told me. They were like, "Oh, it's Davin's birthday." I was like, "Oh, thanks."
Well, if it's any consolation, I've had if it's any consolation, I had a death in the family this past week, so I've been a little distracted.
Sorry,
Thank you. Man. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I should have remembered, but I'm sorry.
No, it's.
But my grandmother passed away. We were funerals yesterday.
Oh,
God bless.
She was 97. It wasn't a big surprise, but it's
still a good run.
Yeah, it's all good.
She was 97.
Yeah.
Great run.
That's
you could
impressive.
say.
Yeah, her mother was 96, I think, when she died too. My great grandmother. So yeah.
Maybe you'll get that long.
My grandpa passed at 95. That was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I want to see 96-year-old old school Andre Mayet throwing fucking like body slams,
haymakers left and right. Just wiping people.
Exactly. It's like you want to see me go to the top rope,
doing the old school
like,
off the top rope. Please. My knees just shattered.
Here's Sonny. Look here, Sonny.
Here's Sonny Jim.
Yeah. So my music recommendation was going to be the Gandharvas because every time on my birthday it's the first day of spring, so I listen to First Day of Spring by the Gandharvas. Check that out. Canadian band. They have great songs. Downtime's another good one.
I listened to last night when I was working.
Coffee song, good stuff. Check it out.
Last night when I was working, I put a record on. I was listening to the soundtrack to the video game Stray. You've ever played that game where you just plays a cat?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's great. The soundtrack is fantastic. Funny. It's a really great. Yeah, it's like a futuristic world where like.
The cat joint. That thing is crazy. I was watching some of the gameplay. It's sick.
I got the soundtrack on vinyl, and it's fantastic. You should definitely.
You fight other stray cats and shit, or like random dogs, or like.
No,
it's a cat game.
It's like a futuristic, like dystopian kind of like.
Yeah, just those like these sentient robots that sort of have replaced humans. So at some point, we've been wiped out by something, and you're just a cat who gets lost in a sub-city. You get separated from your cat friends, and you can try to find your way back. It's a really cute game. It's really fun.
And like the graphics wise and like gameplay, it's like so realistic. Like it's what you would imagine if you were a cat, like how you would maneuver.
Oh,
and like
that's my movie recommendation because it's one of my favorite movies from last year.
Cats?
Flow. I don't know if I yes, watch Cats.
And not the good one with like, and not the good one. It's the shitty one that came out with like Jennifer Hudson and Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, Flow's a good choice.
It's a fantastic movie. I love it so much.
I'll pick a cat movie. Go watch Milo and Otis.
Go watch the Cat's Eye, the Stephen King movie from the 80s. It's a great movie too.
He's the coolest teacher we got around here, and the nicest. Wait, you're forgetting your homework.
All right, our journey to hopefully find episodes of the show we like is coming up. With episode.
Hey, the last episode we gave it 10.
That is true. It was a good episode. Watch episode 8 of I think a character that Davin likes might be in it. It's called Leech's Lament. No, I'm kidding. It's called African Storm, episode 8, in which I believe we see Storm probably go to Africa.
Storm's the character you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Okoye.
Is that how you pronounce his name? His name was different in the show. Oh, hold on one sec.
Who?
I went to go click on the thing to look at the title, and I opened it up, and now it's very loud. All right, there you African Storm, episode 8, in which Storm goes to Africa. It's very much like the cherished
Shadow King episode.
cat classic film Ernest Goes to Africa, but with Storm.
Not Shaft Goes to Africa.
Also a good movie in which someone goes to Africa, but Ernest Goes to
Ernest go
Africa
to
is
Africa?
the example I wish to use. Absolutely. Or Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls, in which Ace Ventura goes to Africa.
Should they have named it Ace Goes to Africa so they could just continue the Goes to Africa?
They probably should have.
Yeah.
And you can listen to Toto's Africa while you're doing it.
I have the Blu-ray. I have the Blu-ray for Shaft Goes to Africa right there. Oh my god! Because I got the Criterion for Shaft, and it came with Shaft 1 and 2. It didn't come with the third one, so I had to order Shaft Goes to Africa to have the complete set. Although all of the TV movies, I don't think are included in that because there's a bunch of those. But I don't believe those are in canon, in quotes, if there's a Shaft canon.
So, if you want to get a shirt like this, you can get it.
Cringe.
What?
Sorry. I got to respond immediately.
Is she mad at you? Is your girlfriend mad at you because you're on her show?
No, it said Static Shock Goes to Africa. Static Shock is the name of the show, not the name of the character.
Yeah, his name
is Static.
Even I know that.
Yeah, we all know that.
Okay.
The Animaniacs goes to Africa. Freakazoid goes to Africa.
I'm surprised that they haven't made more references with Storm and that song Africa by Toto, because she is blessing the rains down in Africa.
Maybe we'll get in this episode of X-Men Evolution.
You can just imagine Magneto goes, Storm, bless Africa with the rains. Storm, dun, 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 dun.
I bless the rains down in Africa. Toto's like watching the band. It's like they're just like,
hurry, boy, they're waiting for you.
No, but they like it's like an African like re-edition, like with like
it's true.
Drums and shit.
It's like African guys that kind of look like the guys from Toto. They're just like watching in the distance
with the big mustaches.
And then they're just like, yeah, this is a good sound. They're already singing like Rosanna, and then someone's like, shut up, there's a new song. What? That'd be really good. So
I was a hold the line guy.
Yeah. The deep cut, the deep Toto cut. This is our new podcast, Toto, the Toto podcast, now begins.
Well, no, actually, funny you mentioned that because I was watching a documentary on Max about yacht rock.
Oh yes,
and they bring up a lot of that. Toto, Stan Dealey, the Doobie Brothers, and just like the whole like.
You mean Steely Dan?
He means Steely Dan, yeah. Steely Dan's the name of the band.
Yeah.
No, it's Stan Steely going for it.
Stan Steely is pretty great name for a band. I'm absolutely listening to Stan Steely. Yeah, actually, I did a trivia a while ago. It was like music only trivia, and he had a round called like Yacht Rock, where someone takes popular songs and makes yacht rock versions of them, which is pretty cool. Yeah,
I never heard of this Yacht Rock.
Jimmy Buffett is like the Jesus Christ of yacht rock.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think, Jimmy Buffett? Margaritaville is like.
Sorry, I am so anti Jimmy Buffett. It's not even funny.
Why? Because of Margaritaville?
There is a Margaritaville like 2 minutes down the road from me.
What part of Florida do you live in? Orlando?
Yes.
Oh, you must be by City Walk then, are you?
No. So there's a Margaritaville at City Walk, but
yeah,
there's this road called 192, kind of near Kissimmee.
Okay.
They made a Margaritaville like resort, like condo, and they have like a shit ton of like restaurants and stores, and it's like a mini mall kind of thing for tourists.
Oh.
And
I went to the one at City Walk when I went to Universal Studios.
Yeah. I went there too. I had their volcano nachos. I killed them literally all by myself.
Oh yeah, I think my wife and I might have shared one of those.
Do a lot of residents have multicolored loofahs on their cars?
Probably.
Do they have busted out flip flops? Actually, I think the song "Pirate Begins at 40" by him is a great song. I mean, Margaritaville is obviously what it is, but "Pirate Begins at 40" is a good song. Anyway,
I'm more of a Coconut Pete fan, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, you mean Pina Coladaberg? I can't believe Club Dread has come up as on the show. What a reference! What a reference! That's a great movie, actually.
It is. I have the soundtrack.
Really?
The Coconut Pete soundtrack.
Oh, I love when he gets like they're at the party and they're like, "Hey, you sing Margaritaville," and he's like, "You're mistaken. You must mean my classic that was ripped off by Jimmy Buffett, Pina Colada Berg."
Hey, Andre.
Yeah.
The Graphic Histories Podcast.
New episode just dropped with Peter Schneesberg. Schneesberg. Great chat. Talk a lot about Denmark, which is always fun.
Which means Tintin comes up.
Tintin does come up. We talked about European comics. We get into that. Very fun. I only got one more episode recorded. I'm hopefully get a few more before we're up. But the next one will be oh shoot, where's he? When did I record it? It's a guy. Oh, and Stephen Harris. That episode is next.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So let's record it in the bag. I haven't edited it yet, but that's tomorrow's business. So I'll get that done and ready to go. So I'll be out on Monday. And then I was supposed to talk with someone else, but because of the funeral, I had Richard Davis. Because of the funeral, I had to miss it. So, but I will reschedule and get that one up too. So, lots of great interviews.
Yeah. Check out Graphic.
Jamil refuses to be on the show. I begged him. I sent him letters. I sent him candy. He won't even answer my
candy.
I sent him my little heart-shaped Valentine candy box. Nothing.
I'm not gonna lie. If someone sent me that, you got me all day.
All right. So he needs to cheat date. We know this.
You're gonna ask Becky first.
All right,
with the good hair.
I'll share you.
She said she's waiting to talk to me. So.
All right. Well, let's get out of here then.
I don't get we don't get you in trouble. So,
look, it's gonna be a long year before season 2, but we're gonna.
That's why we're gonna do
it together here.
We're gonna do the X-Men shows minute by minute from now on. So we're starting with Evolution, minute 1. Yeah.
And then you got Wolverine and the X-Men, and then you also got the Japanese anime X-Men,
which Davin is looking forward to.
How long was that? Did that run? Just one season?
It was only like
it was
one
like
season.
10 episodes. It was short or something like that.
Was it?
I think it was the Wolverine one, right? Wasn't there a Wolverine one?
There's Wolverine and the X-Men. Now that's a long.
No, like a Wolverine anime one. Wasn't there a Wolverine?
Oh yeah, there was the Wolverine anime one too.
Yeah. So double the anime dose for Davin.
And then we're gonna do the X-Men porn parodies. So that'll be
yes.
I'm sure there's probably one of those out there.
Yeah. The Sex Mansion.
Oh my god!
Oh well, yeah, that makes
Sex
sense.
Man.
There's definitely.
Is there a safe word in the danger room?
Yeah.
You're leaving, Morph.